thoughts on Misha Collins?
My Misha Kakapuka. Misha's lovely, and Misha, what's really funny is that he and I just are like lovers passing in the night. Because we always meet at the most random moments. We're like, quick picture for all the fans. They'll love it, right? What should we do? Hug. Instagram, Twitter, you guys are like that. Oh no! So although I enjoy hugging him and everything, we do know what we're doing because we know what you guys love it. And that's why we do it. So we're hoping the next meeting we're gonna just take it a step further. I'm not telling you what though.
Oh my.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
You know what? I love your face. You're welcome. Thank you.
She's totally died.
Any of the pranks you may have pulled on Torchwood or Doctor Who?
Any of the
Pranks?
Oh God, I could go on for hours about pranks.
We have
The two ones
time.
that I love talking about, number one is when anytime Eve Miles, because Eve's my girl, right? Eve's my girl, and I call her my Evie, and she calls me her Ginny, right? So that's the names we have for each other. And when we really have a little too much to drink, we're just crying with each other. There was one flight, we were going back across to the US from the UK when we were filming Miracle Day. And she and I had a slightly little too much to drink, right? Virgin Atlantic, you know the beds they have up front? Well, we decided to get in one together. And those aren't big enough really just for me, but both she and I squeezed and fell asleep for the whole flight. When we woke up, we were soaking wet. And then everybody proceeded during that whole flight to take photographs of us while we were sleeping. Because apparently my hands were in places that they don't normally go. And she did not object. The pranks I love to play on Eve, anytime we call it doing an over-the-shoulder shot, which is like when that camera is over my shoulder facing onto Eve's face, okay? So I would be standing right in front of the camera, and you would never see me, but you'd see the jacket, you'd never see my face, you'd see the side of my ear and the hair, and you'd just see Eve's face. So, she would be doing her big dialogue, and I'd be standing, because giving her an eye line and looking at her like this, standing there, I've got the coat on, camera's over this way, and you can hear chuckling, and at the end of the sequence, she's done with this massive piece of dialogue, she looks at me and she goes, Ginny, you've got your balls out again, don't you? Yep. And she's like, and she'll go, I'm not looking. I'm going, you're gonna look. I'm not looking. You're gonna look. I am not. Oh Jesus, they are. Thank you. So I'm not done yet. Your question ain't finished. You can sit down if you like, though. I'll continue. The other one was when in Torchwood when. Yanto was pushing the concrete boulder off of the roof. Not the roof, the quarry, and he smashes it because Jack's been encased inside. And Jack comes out. Now, I had to be stark naked. I was wearing nothing. Nothing. And I told the cameraman, I said, look, when they come around the corner in the car, make sure you get their faces, please. Because just before we started rolling, I was warming it up a little. So I'm standing there, boom, I'm standing there like that, they get out of the car, they pull around the corner, the door opens, and if you go back and watch this, you will see it. Eve gets out of the car and she goes, Garrett gets out of the car and does this. And then you have Kai Owen, who plays Gwen's husband, he gets out of the car and goes, and they keep walking to me. But not only because I warmed it up a little bit, but because of health and safety, and we're in a quarry, I had to have protection on my feet, and there was nothing to put on my feet because you'd see shoes, so I put maxi pads on my feet. With wings! Oh yeah! And as I walked towards them, as same time. And that's just a little snippet of the kind of stuff that we would do to each other. I mean, other things like when Vern Gorman is going around in the medical, he used to get so frustrated when he had to do medical equipment, and we used to hide it. Every take, we'd hide it or we'd make it so it broke because he would go up and say, "Ah!" Oh, Mini Bots, that's Bird's nickname. Anyway, thank you for the question. Yes. That's all right, don't choke.
Try not to. I'm Regan. I'm shaking a little bit, but I have a friend, Sonia, who it's her birthday today, and she was supposed to be here, but she was admitted to an inpatient hospital yesterday, and I was wondering if you could wish her a happy birthday. She should be watching this.
What's her name?
Sonia?
Sonia. Hi Sonia, happy birthday and hope you get well soon.
Hi.
Hi,
I'm Maddie.
you're Bonnie?
I'm Maddie.
Maddie, I had a dog named Maddie. She was so fluffy and cute. Yeah.
I was wondering if you realized that there was a script, the band The Script, their album Science and Faith basically is Torchwood Series 2. Like they have a song called Exomes.
Wait,
Yeah.
I didn't know that, no.
I've tried tweeting them so many times to ask if they were, like if they did that on purpose, and they will not answer me.
Well, if you've tweeted them so many times, I can understand why they won't answer you. I have no idea. I don't have an answer for that question either. And the one thing that I found out a lot about people who write things, or in fact, there is a book out there at the moment, or a graphic novel where, don't quote me on this, but there's a character that is based on John Barrowman and a bit of Captain Jack, and the writer actually admitted it. And someone told me at one of the last cons that I went to, I've got the name of it. Once I get it, what I'll do is I'll tweet the name so you can check it out if you want to, but I don't know about the song. But how great
It's really cool.
if that was that how great that other shows, it's like yourselves when you do fan fiction and all that kind of stuff, other things inspire you to do things, and that would be awesome if Torchwood inspired them to write some songs about episodes or based on episodes. Who knows?
I just hope I'm not crazy.
No, you're not crazy. Just don't tweet somebody more than 25,000 times. Because then you're a loony. I'm kidding. Anyway, thank you. Yes.
Hi, my name is Sherry. First off, I just wanted to thank you for sharing so much of yourself as a person with your fans.
You're welcome.
Secondly, I wanted to say, obviously Jack is an omnisexual character.
Yes.
And it's stated that that's sort of established more of the 51st century.
Yes.
I was wondering if you thought, how long you thought it would take to reach that point, and if you thought, how much you thought that was progressed by playing Jack as a character.
Are you talking about real life or TV life?
Real life.
Real life. Well, I do have an answer for that, because when we did the first series of Torchwood, and the things that we were talking about doing, I say we, but when I was being told by Russell what the plans were for Jack, and by Julie Gardner, the thing that was amazing to me, that one line that I started saying that was written for me, the 21st century is when it all changes and you better be ready, or you gotta be ready. How did we, it was a parallel thing, or right now, 21st century, shit's all changing. It is changing. The sexual stuff, it's changing the, gay marriage. We're beating down the Christian wall. We're doing all that stuff to be more equal. And I'm not saying that every Christian is like that, but it's the loony bins that are the ones that don't want everybody to be equal. And that's where it's wrong. And that's what kind of Russell was, I think, meaning with the 21st century is when it all changes. But we had no idea it was going to happen, right? So how great that it hasn't taken until the 51st century that we can all get married because we love somebody, right? In certain states, which the fight isn't over yet. But how great that it didn't take until the 51st century. And Scott and I talk about this a lot. The ones who have to be applauded are not only the ones who have been here before us, who fought in the 50s and 60s and into the 70s and into the 80s to have change, but it's the younger generation now. And you know why it's so important for you guys? And I say younger, I mean like 25 and under, because you just don't, I mean this positively, you don't give a shit if somebody's gay or straight. You just don't. And that is what it should be like, right? So you guys are going to be the next ones to carry on that change. And the more, I mean with all due respect, you understand what I mean, the more you don't care, the better off it's going to be, and the better, off we're going to be without those stuffy, up the kind of their own rear-ended Republicans to tell us what they want rather than what we all want. Thank you very much. I'll be hosting my own show on CNN. Thank you. I'm very passionate about that kind of stuff, and solely because for many years, as a lot of people I know out there, we were told that we were different, we were wrong, we were bad, we were evil. And you know what? I wasn't going to put up with it anymore, and we just shouldn't. So we have to speak up and talk. Yes.
Hi. If there was a Torchwood Series 5, what would you want from the plot and the characters?
Well, what I would really like to do, if I were in control, which probably wouldn't happen, but my sister and I have written a really great novel of the continuing story of Jack Harkness, which is called Exodus Code. And it's just been released in the States, and it's on paperback, and it tells the future story of what happened to Jack after Miracle Day. So there is an 8-part, 10-part miniseries right there. So it's already written. All we gotta do is get them to do it, but again, we never know. You just don't know. So that's what I would like to see. There's many things in there, I don't want to spoil it for people, but one of the great scenes that my sister and I had great fun writing was the first scene to introduce, because when you do something new, you have to introduce a new audience to Jack in the book world. So we had to show that he was going to die and come back to life. And there's a bit, he's flying in a plane with a guy that he's been having an affair with, and the plane he starts going upside down. I won't tell you why, but he falls out. And in his head, the publishers made us change this, because the original line was, "Fuck, this is gonna hurt." Because he falls out of the airplane and it's gonna hit the ground. But they made us change it. It just says, "Damn, this is gonna hurt," or something like that. It's a little cleaner. But that to me is those kind of things, because I think, oh, that would be so awesome to film. Falling out of a plane! So that's kind of, if you want to know what the story, what I would like, then read that. And it would be, that's the story of Jack. Yes?
Hi, Michelle. Sorry,
That's all right.
This is gonna sound a lot.
Take a deep breath. Breathe in, circle, breathe, and out. But don't press too far down, because we don't want you to fart. Yes?
If there was a Doctor Who reunion with the 9th to the 12th Doctor not coming up, what would happen if they all got together and you were included into a Doctor Who reunion? Would you make up with the 9th Doctor, give him the make-out that he deserves, and put everything aside?
What?
Were we watching the same show? You're saying if I were put into a scenario with all of the doctors, would I make up with the 9th Doctor? I don't think I was ever mad at him.
No, it's just that in the interview and everything, you said it was a little bit difficult working with Christopher.
Yeah, but that's not the Doctor. That's Christopher Eccleston. That's nothing. No. Christopher and I are fine. But Christopher was not probably the funnest on set. He was very serious, and that was probably why we didn't, kind of go out and have parties together. But, lots of people do that with Rex, but there was no bad feelings at all between us. But if you're talking, that's different than going on, this is where it kind of gets weird. You're thinking John Barrowman is Jack and Christopher Eccleston is the Doctor. Yeah, no, so I don't know. I have an answer. But I don't think Chris is involved in the 50th. I'm not sure.
Oh, no, he's not. But later on in the future, because fans want to renew with the 9th Doctor, with, of course, probably all of them before them.
Okay. I don't have an answer, really. And I feel bad. But if they were to bring it back, I don't know. I can't answer for Chris. But, if he were to come back, and of course, again, if they put other people in it, like myself and others, of course I would do it. I would absolutely love being back in the TARDIS with him.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. Yes, you're welcome. Yes.
Hi. So, this might seem a little random, but yesterday.
This is random on that one?
Yes.
Yesterday, it was my first time ever having Thai food, and apparently I committed a crime by doing this. I don't know, but I was just wondering if you've ever had Thai food. If what your experience was when you first tried it.
Do I look like Gordon Ramsay? I hate Thai food. I don't like it at all because it gives me the shits. I'm allergic. Is that a blunt enough answer for you? I'm allergic to shellfish, and in Thai food they cook a lot with oyster sauce and things like that. And what's the lemongrass? It just gives me the runs. My best friend's was his nickname was Thai Tom, you know, and he's no longer with us. He used to cook some of the finest meals, and I would force myself to eat it. I'd go home and I'd be like, oh Jesus God, oh my God, it's coming, it's coming.
Oh God.
Which reminds me of a story.
Oh
Scott and I were traveling in the deep south, right?
shit. Of course you were.
Have you heard this story? We're traveling by the bayous, and we're doing some sightseeing, and we're in a Jeep, and we'd been out the night before, and I probably had eaten something like Thai food or something that did not agree with me, because oh my God, my tummy was rumbling badly. So I'm sitting in the car. Can you all see on the screens with this? I'm sitting in the car, Scott's driving, and I'm going, Scott, I really need to go to the bathroom. And he's like, there's no place for the bathroom. We're in the middle of nowhere. We're just at the bayous. We're going to look at the dams and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, I really got to go. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Honest to God, I crapped my pants. I'm like, and I'm holding it up because you know if you sit on leather seats in the winter and it's heated, oh yes, picture that. It was full. So I'm like, Scott, find someplace quick. So I'm trying to take my jeans off so they don't get dirty. My white Calvin Klein underwears are now right slightly off color. And I'm holding myself up and we pull into this deserted area next to the river. And I get out and I'm walking like this. Oh my God. Oh my God. Help me. What did I find? I kid you not. I took my underpants off and I hung them on a sign that said no dumping. And then what did we do? Scott went, we gotta get a picture. So me with an underpants full of crap next to a sign that says no dumping, naked going. That's why I don't eat Thai food. Yes. How can you follow that one? Well, please don't shit your pants, okay?
What is it about Jack Harkness that drew you to that role?
Well, it didn't draw me to the role. I was approached by Russell and Julie and Phil Collinson. Russell said he wanted to put me in Queer as Folk before that, but I wasn't available because of doing a show in the West End in London. And ironically, they said they called me into the meeting because they still wanted to see if I had matinee idol good looks. That was true. So I went in and met with them, and they talked to me, and I said, look, this would be a dream job for me. As a little boy, I used to watch Doctor Who, and I never ever would have thought that I would be asked or approached about being on a show. Not many people take risks with musical theater people because they think they cannot act, right? And I think that's bullshit. And I said to Russell, take the risk with me and you will have someone who is so committed to this and will love the job so much. And they did. 15 minutes later, they called me on the phone, they said, you're our Captain Jack, you have to be. And so they approached me. What I brought to it was fun and personality. That's what I think I brought part of my own self to it, and also hopefully something that you guys like. We have 5 minutes left.
Thank you.
Thank you. 5 minutes, and on the last 2 minutes, I'll let you see our surprise. Yes. Hi, Daisy. I'm Lil Abner. Who's old enough to get that joke?
I was wondering, as a fan yourself, what was it like walking onto the Doctor Who set that first day?
It was the most awesome thing because as a child, when I watched Doctor Who, the first episode that I remember as a kid was the Autons, and my mother used to have to put me inside her coat to walk me past any shop window in Glasgow, Scotland, because I wouldn't look at a mannequin because I thought they were going to attack us. I scared the crap out of me. So when I knew that the new series was going to be the first episode, the Autons, it's like, yes! But when I walked on the set and the TARDIS, I purposely did not go look at it before Jack walked on in the sequence when he walks on in the Doctor Dances. Is that right? Yeah. So I literally walk on, and that reaction, it's totally truthful, and it makes me get all funny when I think about it because it was a dream come true. That little boy who was scared, all of a sudden is now becoming a part of the TARDIS, the team of the TARDIS, and didn't know at that point would become one of the big heroes of the Doctor Who world. So I look back on that and I am just absolutely overwhelmed and thrilled and so grateful. Well, first of all, I always do this at a con, so people are asking me, they say, is it DC or Marvel? I like both. Oh yeah, Superman. But I'd also like to introduce you to somebody. He flies around my house. Superman, are you here? Superman! Come out! Yay! You look awesome in that! We are so taking that home! You're gonna wear that tonight! You're gonna be Superman? Yeah, but don't pose like that. Superman doesn't do that. He doesn't switch. You be Superman and I'll be Supergirl. Anyway, isn't this awesome? I had this made, especially for New York Comic Con. It just got in about an hour ago, shipped from Canada. But I think it's amazing. You look really good. Do your Superman. You get your airplane now. Yeah, you do. Do that. He said, I'll only wear it if you buy me an airplane. You get your fucking airplane now, so. Put your arm on that. One final question. Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh my God.
This is Scott, everybody, by the way. And as you can see, we have a lot of fun in our house. I'm gonna get a Captain America outfit and they're gonna go at it.
Fan fiction.
He's getting all randy now, he's like grabbing my waist, I'm like, stop it! Yes.
Okay, so David Tennant was asked this a long time ago, but between you and him, who's packing the biggest weapon?
Who's packing the biggest weapon in the Doctor Who world?
And he said,
Put it this way. David and I are both from Glasgow, and there's one thing that's known about a Scotsman under his kilt. He never wears any underpants because he can't fit it in them. And there's a reason why they called me Whackin' Jack, and they called him David Tennant. Do we have time for one more, or should I wrap it? One more, he didn't answer me, yes.
You want to spoil my question? Because
She stole your question? How dare you ask a question about a penis?
I love you, but another thing I love is Scottish accents. And
Yes.
I'm a linguist. And
I've already done it.
Yeah,
I've
so
already spoken
can
the
you
Scottish
do it a
accent.
little bit?
No, I'll just tell you now, sit your ass down, I've done it already. Thank you very much. Yes, go.
I get to go. Okay. Hi.
more
hard,
than
damn
once,
it.
and I frustrated the hell out of him, and every time he had to kiss me, he had to go back to his girlfriend to reestablish his masculinity. And again, that was one of those instances where I said to the director, just keep rolling because he's getting so flabbergasted by this, and I have to keep making out with him. But it was awesome. He's a great guy, and it was great to have him part of Torchwood. Before I finish, I just want to say thank you to all of you we are totally bowled over by the response that you've given me and the lines that you've given me. It's absolutely incredible. I'm sorry that some things have to be rushed, but I want everyone, we're here because of you. I want every one of you to be happy and get what you want. You've changed our lives. You've given us the life I've always dreamed of, and I want to say thank you very, very much.